The subject of foreign currency, exchange rates, and the foreign currency exchange booths, the places where you exchange money here in Pattaya, comes up an awful lot in my bar, the pub on Soy Diamond. People want to know, what are the exchange rates? What is the best place to change their money if they've come on holiday or vacation with cash? And I've always said I'm going to make a video about this, and I decided that this Tuesday I was going to do the video. So I woke up nice and early. I had this brilliant idea. Well, it was brilliant at the time. I'm going to go to 50 foreign currency exchange booths, 50, and find out what is the best rate. Try and do them all very, very close together, so I can get, like, there's no fluctuation in the prices. But there was a couple of problems. First of all, a lot of these places don't want you to film them. They've got big signs outside that say no photographs, no videos, and you know, I respect that, it's their business. So a lot of the filming was sort of covert and undercover, and I'm never really comfortable with that. And to be honest, the footage was rubbish, right? I mean, Egg on a bike with a pen and a piece of paper going around surveying 50 foreign currency exchange booths doesn't make the most exciting video. And the second thing is it was very, very hot. The weather has turned now in Pattaya. It's pretty warm everywhere, and so I basically got sunstroke and I've been off work for 2 days. So I've got all this footage that I can't really use. I was sick, but I wanted to do this video, and I've got the information.
It's the money. So what are the conclusions that I can draw from my survey, my 4 hours of hell? Right, first of all, if you don't get up until later, the only places you're going to find that are open early are Cyber Cow, there was a couple there at 7:30 in the morning, and a bank. The exchange rates at the banks actually weren't too bad, but generally 10, 11 o'clock in the morning, that's when most of the foreign currency exchange booths open. Number 2, the location of where you change your money, you exchange your money, is definitely linked to the exchange rate that you get. For example, most of the shops on Second Road had the same exchange rate, but it wasn't the same as the exchange rate as most of the shops on Soy Cow, where it was just a little bit more. Naglua, there wasn't many exchange booths there at all, really, but the ones that were there, I found actually to be some of the cheapest. And it's the same in Jomtien as well. Most of the places in Jomtien were slightly cheaper than most, but the location was really important, which means that basically Soy Cow, I found in that area to have the most expensive exchange rate. Was it by a lot? No, it was a slither. Most of them were actually bang on the money, most of them were the same. But generally, the shops on Second Road, Naglua and Jomtien were just slightly cheaper. Number 3, everybody goes on about TT shops. If there's anybody watching from the TT organisation, right, I did survey a lot of your shops and I've got all the paperwork in the bar if you want to see it. Everybody says they're the cheapest, and generally they are. But the 2 cheapest shops that I found were not TT shops. They were TT rates just slightly underneath. The first one was a shop in Naglua. They were definitely not happy about being filmed. They took down the license plate of my motorbike. So if they don't want to be filmed, that's fine. But I'm not going to tell you where it was, but it was a little independent shop about halfway up the Naglua Road on the beach side. The second shop I found, believe it or not, was a tiny little Turkish place on Walking Street that had, other than the Aussie dollar, the cheapest rates in the whole of the 50 shops that I surveyed. But generally, it's fair to say that the TT rates in any one location are the same, but on Second Road is not going to be the same as Jomtien, is not going to be the same as Nuklua. So trying to get to a cheaper location if you can to get the better exchange rate. And with my thinking hat on, I think that might be something to do with the rental value of the foreign currency exchange booth where you're actually changing the money. If they've got to pay more money on rent, they just put the rate up a little bit. That's what I think. But it's fair play. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and I'm happy to listen to your comments. And the fourth point is this. I have told so many people that I have done this video, that I've got out and I've tried to be as scientific as possible and get the rates of 50 shops, compare them and explain my results. But people just, most people just won't have it. People feel so strongly about this. This shop is always the cheapest. You have to go to this one over here. Every time I've been, it's the cheapest. And I've actually shown people my work, shown them the exchange rates that I wrote down, all virtually at the same time, and they still don't agree. So people have very, very strongly held views about this particular subject. And this video might change your mind. You might think I'm talking a load of rubbish. If you want to see the rates that I recorded, I was going to put them up on the screen, but at the end of the day, it's meaningless. It doesn't really mean anything because they change from day to day and even sometimes from hour to hour, which is why when I did record it, I tried to get everything as close to the timeline as possible so that I could be sure that I was getting a fair comparison. So that's it. I visited 50 shops to exchange money so you didn't have to. I hope you enjoy the fruits of my labour. Thank you for watching the video. If you want to meet me, my name is Phil. I'm at Le Pub on Soy Diamond. Please come and join me just off Second Road. I'm there most days from 4 o'clock if I haven't got sunstroke. But for me now, just meandering wondrously around Pratamnak. I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.